Every so often, archaeology unearths something that doesn't belong. A relic too advanced, too complex, too perfect for the age it's said to come from. From hammers encased in prehistoric rock to maps that chart Antarctica centuries before its discovery, these artifacts whisper a story of lost knowledge, one that could rewrite human history itself. Were these objects created by ancient civilizations far more advanced than we ever imagined? Or are they clues to something even more mysterious? A forgotten age of science, erased from the timeline. Let's explore 7 ancient artifacts that shouldn't exist. It was 1936. A couple hiking near London, Texas, stumbled upon a strange rock formation. Inside it, embedded deep within stone, was the wooden handle of what looked like an iron hammer. When scientists examined it, they were baffled. The surrounding rock was estimated to be over 400 million years old, long before humans ever walked the earth. The hammer's head was made of 96% pure iron, combined with trace amounts of chlorine and sulfur, a mix so pure it would require an industrial furnace to produce. Metallurgists tried to explain it as a modern tool trapped in ancient rock, but the mineralization around the hammer suggests the stone formed around it, not the other way around. If that's true, it means this tool existed before humanity did. So who or what made it? Some call it a hoax, others call it evidence of a civilization lost so far back in time, it's been erased from history itself. In 1898, during excavations in Saqqara, Egypt, archaeologists opened a tomb that had been sealed for 2 millennia. Among the treasures inside was a small wooden carving, a bird-like figure with outstretched wings. At first it was catalogued as a simple toy, but decades later, when aerodynamic experts studied it, they realized its shape was unlike any other bird known to nature. Its tail was vertical, like the rudder of an aircraft, and the wings curved to generate lift. When replicas were tested in wind tunnels, the Saqqara bird flew, gliding through the air like a modern sailplane. Some scientists dismiss it as coincidence, but to engineers, it's aerodynamic perfection. The proportions match those of early 20th century airplanes almost exactly. If ancient Egyptians understood the principles of flight, how did they gain that knowledge? Was it experimentation, inspiration, or was it a legacy, knowledge handed down from an earlier forgotten age? In 1929, a rolled-up piece of parchment was found in the archives of Istanbul's Topkapi Palace. It was drawn by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis in 1513. At first glance, it was a beautiful old map of the Atlantic, showing the coasts of Europe, Africa, and South America. But then something impossible emerged. It also depicted Antarctica, without ice. That's right, Antarctica, with visible mountain ranges and rivers, drawn 3 centuries before its official discovery, and 400 years before radar and sonar revealed its ice-free landmass. How could a 16th century sailor know what lies beneath miles of frozen continent? Piri Reis himself wrote that his map was based on ancient sources, older maps passed down from earlier civilizations. Some researchers believe they came from the Library of Alexandria. Others say they date back even further, to a seafaring culture that existed long before recorded history. If that's true, then our world maps may not represent discovery, but rediscovery. In 1999, in a forest in Germany, 2 men with metal detectors unearthed a bronze disc inlaid with gold shapes: the sun, the moon, and stars. At first, it was dismissed as a forgery, but radiocarbon dating proved it to be 3,600 years old. It's now known as the Nebra sky disk, and it's the oldest known representation of the cosmos. The symbols on the disk align perfectly with the Pleiades constellation, and when analyzed, the disk was found to encode precise solar and lunar cycles. In other words, it was an ancient astronomical instrument. The craftsmanship is stunning. Bronze smelted with skill, gold hammered thin, and set with geometric accuracy. Yet according to mainstream archaeology, European cultures of that time weren't supposed to possess such knowledge. The Nebra sky disk forces historians to reconsider the Bronze Age. Perhaps early Europeans were not primitive tribes, but astronomers who observed, measured, and understood the heavens with a sophistication that rivals our own. In 1894, miners digging in a peat bog in Siberia discovered a massive wooden figure. Carved from larch wood and preserved by the bog's acidity, it stood over 5 meters tall, covered with spirals, chevrons, and abstract faces. At first, no one knew what to make of it, but when carbon dated, it stunned the world. 12,000 years old, more ancient than Stonehenge or the pyramids. This is the Shigir idol, the oldest wooden sculpture ever discovered. Its carvings appear to form a pattern, possibly an early symbolic system or proto-language. Some archaeologists think it records creation myths or laws. Others see it as a coded message, a timeline stretching from earth to sky, perhaps even a map of the cosmos. If so, it means complex symbolic thought, art, language, spirituality, existed long before civilization was supposed to begin. And once again, history would have to be rewritten. Across Europe, from Britain to Hungary, archaeologists have uncovered over 100 mysterious bronze objects. Each one is a hollow geometric shape with 12 faces, each face containing a hole and knobs protruding from the corners. No ancient texts ever mention them. No one knows what they were for. They are known simply as Roman dodecahedrons. Everyone is slightly different in size, but the geometry is always precise, suggesting careful design, not decoration. Some scholars think they were used for measuring distances or calibrating artillery. Others claim they were candlestick holders, knitting tools, or even religious symbols. But none of those theories explain why they vanish entirely after the 3rd century, and why no Roman record ever describes their use. To this day, their true function remains unsolved. A perfect little enigma, cast in bronze. Throughout the late 1800s and early 1900s, explorers in Central America began uncovering astonishing crystal carvings shaped like human skulls. Each one was sculpted from a single piece of clear quartz, flawlessly symmetrical, with details so fine that even modern machines would struggle to recreate them without leaving tool marks. Some were found in Mayan ruins, others in Aztec temples, and a few with origins completely unknown. Legends say there were 13 skulls, each holding knowledge or energy from a lost civilization, perhaps even from Atlantis. While scientists argue most were crafted in the 19th century, the mystery remains. How did ancient artisans, without diamond-tipped drills or power tools, carve quartz with such perfection? Even with today's equipment, replicating that level of precision is nearly impossible. Maybe the myth isn't entirely wrong. Maybe these skulls are echoes of something humanity once understood, but has long forgotten. Each of these artifacts stands as a challenge to conventional history. Objects that don't fit the timeline, as if the story of civilization has been told backward, with missing pages torn out. Some researchers call them anomalies, others evidence. What if human civilization isn't a straight line of progress, but a cycle, a rise, a fall, and a rebirth, each time rediscovering fragments of the same forgotten knowledge? These objects may not just be relics, they might be memories, reminders of a past that refuses to stay buried. From the hammer locked in ancient stone to the crystal skulls of impossible perfection, these 7 artifacts don't just raise questions, they demand answers. Maybe history isn't written by the victors, but by survivors of forgotten worlds. So what do you believe? Were these objects built by lost civilizations, by ancient humans far more advanced than we think, or by something or someone entirely different? Comment your theory below. And if you want to uncover more mysteries that science still can't explain, subscribe, because this is just the beginning.